to the Ungovernables, the Captain's Crew, the LFA family, McGroin Nation, coming to you live from the deep red state of Tennessee on rumble.com/LFA TV. Welcome to Ungoverned on this Wednesday, the 7th day, 1 week into the new year. How about that? We're a week into the new year, 1 down, 51 to go, and it's 2027. Stop rushing time. I know, I get it. You know, one day I'm looking forward to saying, good morning and happy Wednesday from the deep red state of Greenland. Brennan would not like going to Greenland. First of all, it's a long flight.
Oh, I
Second
hate
of all, it's
flights.
cold.
Ooh, I don't like cold.
But I would be all about Greenland. We'd be doing it. Instead of Mo, I'd honk a penguin, right? Do they have penguins in Greenland?
That's a question that I don't have an answer to.
You would think
You're the one that has all the answers.
I don't know. I don't know about penguins in Greenland. I got answers on things that matter. Can someone do the quick? Are there penguins in Greenland? Are there penguins? Let's do it. I totally off topic. Are there penguins in Greenland? Greenland. Here we go. No, there are no native penguins in Greenland. We have to change that.
Oh, okay.
What are they going to do? They're going to disturb
What kind of penguins?
I don't know.
Emperor?
Yeah,
Penguins?
those are like those tall ones.
Yeah, those are the
big.
Mondo.
They look like me.
Huge.
Think about it. But I'd honk a penguin instead of honking a hedgehog in Greenland. Now I'm looking forward to it. Look, here's the thing. No plans to go to Greenland, but the United States apparently. I can't go to Greenland right now because I don't have a passport, and it's not a U.S. territory. Okay. But if the United States does indeed acquire Greenland by whatever means necessary, I love this too. You have the clowns out there, the ones who say that they're anti-war, but they're actually pro-war. You're like, wait a minute. Dave Smith is pro-war? Yes, he is. Dave Smith wants a war to start because he wants to be able to point back to one of about 100,000 tweets and say, I told you a war was going to start. These people always freak out. Oh, what's it? This is not what I voted for. Taking over other places. Who's at risk? What is Denmark going to do? I'm not saying we should deploy the military to Greenland. I'm just saying when Trump says by whatever means necessary, it drives all the right people crazy. Speaking of people who got driven crazy yesterday, did you see Matt Gaetz' crash out on X yesterday? Matt Gaetz. He decided it was going to be a good idea to try and use Grok, a.k.a. Drunk Google, to dunk on Dan Bongino in his comments. That did not go well for Mr. Gaetz. That did not go well for Mr. Botox face. Okay?
Balloon, because he's got like a rubbery balloon.
I'll tell you what, and I was explaining this to Brennan yesterday. She was like, I thought we liked him for a while, and I was like, like Dan used to say, politicians are tools; they are instruments. I will appreciate the work that my screwdriver can do as long as it's driving screws, right?
Right.
I will appreciate the work that my drill can do as long as it's drilling. But once my tool stops performing the functions that it is designed to perform, we get rid of it and we get a new tool, okay? And Matt Gaetz, while he was in Congress, did a bunch of good things. Fine. There were a lot of, as we said, plus ones on the spreadsheet. But last year when he was nominated for Attorney General, which was cool, I was happy about it, I was like, hey, why not? Why not? How much worse could it get than Merrick Garland? And then the ethics report came out, or was going to come out, that was going to make Matt Gaetz look like not a very good person, kind of a creepy person. It was going to make him look like, I don't know if the allegations are true, but the ethics report was not going to paint him in a very positive light. So he withdrew his name from the AG nomination, but also resigned from Congress to keep that ethics report from coming out. Then he blamed the ethics report just recently on Israel, of course, because what isn't to Jews these days? And he was trying to dunk on Bongino yesterday for losing the races that he ran in when he ran for Senate and ran for Congress. And so I was like, well, at least he tried. He lost. He built something. Matt Gaetz won and then just abandoned his district because he couldn't behave properly outside, allegedly, outside of, work. All right. I'm just going to say this, and I'm not a fan of Pam Bondi. Or I'm just going to ask this. I'm going to posit this. Did we dodge a bullet? I don't know. Maybe he'd be a better attorney general. It's hard to get, worse than Bondi, right? I mean, you have like Sessions. That might be the only one worse. But holy cow. So that was wild yesterday. And I made a post yesterday about a lot of it. But I essentially said this. And this is what happened. And this is why I'm happy to, Dan Bongino is coming back soon. He's going to be on Haley's show later today, so that's cool. The grifter class knows the void that was left by Dan's departure is about to be filled, and anybody who jumps ship will be easily replaced by better people. Nobody likes being replaced. Nobody likes, from the sports world, from you leave a team, you leave an organization, the organization does better without you. Nobody likes that. And they know, the grifters out there, the woke right, etc., they know that that's what's about to happen. They know it. There was a void that was left, and that void was exploited by these people. Exploited. And they thrived in that void. And they thrived by lying. And at the very best, they thrived by telling half-truths. Okay? They may dangle a little bit of information out there being like, AIPAC lobbies the United States. Okay, that's true. But they tie that to a gajillion other things that aren't true or aren't provably true. They waged attacks on many people who they claimed they supported. Oh, I support this, but I support them, but this is not attacks, not criticisms, not critiques, attacks, because they knew there would be no retaliation. They knew there would be no retaliation. They know that we, not just the Bongino fans out there, but the MAGA movement, they know that we can and will succeed without them. And that hurts them the most because they've got to be the most important people in the world. They've got to have number one. They've got to have all the likes. They've got to have all the views. They've got to do the ratios. They've got to have the followers. That's what matters to them. What matters to us, and I'm speaking for me right now, what matters to me is winning. I don't care how many likes, how many shares, how many views, how many comments, how many followers I have. If we can win the midterms, that's all I care about because that's what means the most to me. The well-being of the country going forward. But if you haven't noticed what's happening over on the woke right, they're starting to panic. They're noticeably panicked. They know the whole grift that they had is in immense danger right now. They were filling a void, a vacuum that was left by Bongino's departure. And they had all these inflated numbers and Candace was number one. That's all about to end. I hope everyone understands that. It's worth noting that some of these people even made demanding the removal and firing of Dan Bongino as FBI deputy director like a part of their brand and their like daily messaging. He's not doing enough. He's in over his head. Okay, so you want him out. That's a big mistake because now he's out and now he can defend himself. And that's what he's doing. And you're now playing victim? Oh, he's attacking. He's attacking people. For the last 10 months, you couldn't keep the man's name out of your mouth. And again, critiques are different than attacks. You guys said he was covering for pedophiles. What do you expect him to just go, I forgive you. I'll just take that and not clear my name of that accusation. You're playing the victim now? Oh, Dan's causing infighting. Dan's causing infighting? Y'all wanted him out of the position. He's out of the position. Big mistake. You people don't know how good you had it. You had a great opportunity to build something for yourself, to do something constructive in Bongino's absence, and you blew it. Now we all see how selfish you actually are. We all see what your intentions are. whoever you may be, whether you're Candace Owens or Myron Gaines or Nick Fuentes or Kyle Seraphin or any of these people. We all see it now. It's clear as day what your intentions were. And in many ways, and this is far more morbid, but in the absence of Charlie Kirk, there were so many people who were trying to make it about themselves. No, the idea is to pick up the microphone and continue Charlie's work. The idea in the absence of Bongino was to pick up the slack. And no, you're not going to fill his shoes completely one person. But the movement can fill it. We can do it. But what happened was you had sensationalist grifting idiots say, oh, look at this void. Look at this void. I'm going to make this all about me. I'm going to use this. I'm going to seize this as a chance to build something for myself instead of doing what it looked like, what you were pretending you were doing for the last couple of years. You know, oh, we're going to win and we're going to get Trump reelected and the movement and all this and America first. It wasn't America first. It was insert name here of grifter first. Well, that void is about to be filled again. And to those who fell off and want to act like, you know, they're not a part of that anymore, fine. You will be replaced. You will be replaced by better people. I don't care. You want to come back. You want to, oops, I've noticed the error of my ways and whatever, fine, whatever. You don't have to do anything. This is not an airport. I don't need to hear arrivals and departures. Okay? But those who demanded his firing, demanded Bongino's removal, now he's out. Now they're playing victim because he's swinging back. You don't know how good you had it. You don't know what kind of opportunity you had, and you blew it. Cutesy time is over. And I'm so excited for it. We got the United States potentially buying Greenland. How about it? How about the United States potentially buying Greenland? I love it. Congratulations to Marco Rubio, the new Duke of Greenland. That's great. Although Duke means poop, so maybe we won't wait.
No, the Dookie.
Marco Rubio is the Dookie of Greenland. He's also, speaking of Duke,
what?
Marco Rubio is also probably going to be the new head coach of the Cleveland Browns. How about that? No, all right. So the United States might be buying Greenland. That's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. We'll see where those meetings go. I'm excited. And Chuck Schumer, Charles Schumer, another shutdown's coming. Looks like it. Another shutdown's coming. So conservative says Duke is different than Dookie, but when I use the term Mondo Duke, I'm not talking about a head of state.
Unfortunately, that's also what you call your mom.
Mama Dukes.
Mama Dukes. That's not the best name.
Mama
Dookie.
Didn't that come from the Dukes of Hazzard though?
I've got no
Isn't
idea
that where
where
Mama
that
Dukes came from?
It's
I thought
not
that's
my
right.
favorite. It's not my favorite.
I think it's fun. But there you go. So you have that. The another Schumer shutdown. After a word from our friends at OFP Farms, guys, the Democrats were singing again yesterday.
Oh no!
They were singing again yesterday.
Were they?
Yeah. So we're gonna have to take a trip down memory lane because my favorite example of the Bully Gun Patriot over on X. He's an awesome follower that we had there. I said I regret to inform you again that the Democrats were singing, and he commented, "Oh,
everybody, hoo-hoo, yeah. Hoo-hoo, yeah."
So we got that. There you go. There it is. We're going to get to all that and more. Before we do that, I want to get to a word from our friends over at OFP Farms. It's OFPFarms.com, OFPFarms.com, OFPFarms.com. Holiday clearance at OFP Farms going on right now. Still running that amazing clearance sale. The New Year clearance sale is happening over at OFP Farms. OFP Farms is making room for new seasonal products by clearing out their shelves with many items already discounted. You can enjoy savings of up to 50. That is 50. That's a big It's a big, beautiful discount. It's a great deal. It's a great deal. Everybody knows about it. We love the deals. I'm using my Goat Kisses lip balm right now. What flavors? This is it's milk and cookies. Cookie. Nom, 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 nom. OFPFarms.com. You got the lip balm. You got the lotions. You got the soaps.
You got lotion here. You want to see the lotion?
Yeah, look at the lotion. It puts the lotion on the skin.
It puts the low and lotion. I don't know. Don't worry
Puts the
about
low in lotion.
It puts the shin
In lotion.
in lotion.
OFPfarms.com. OFPfarms.com. Promo code Sean, SHAWN, to get up to 50% off at checkout. That's OFPfarms.com. 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 Promo code SHAWN for up to 50% off. Thank you, OFP Farms. Puts the low in lotion. Why not? Right? Why not? You can do it.
I like the shin.
He puts the shin in
Puts the
lotion.
shin
He puts the shin in lotion.
in lotion.
Yeah. It puts the lotion on the skin. It puts the lotion on the skin. Or it gets the hose. Silence of the Lamb. You ever saw Silence of the Lamb?
No.
No.
'cause I
You
don't
would
like
not
scary
like.
things.
Yeah, you would not like that movie. No.
Nope.
That would not be a good one for Brennan. She doesn't like the scare. Even Pirates of the Caribbean even freaks out a
It
little
gives me
bit.
willies.
You best believe.
The willies.
What is it? You best be believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
No,
There it is.
God says to focus on what's true, what's good, what's noble, what's praiseworthy.
But we can have fun with Pirates of the Caribbean.
No,
I'm Captain
I don't
Jack
like it at all. It
I'm
makes me
Captain
uneasy.
Jack Sparrow.
I'm uneasy.
Savvy. All right, let's get to a word. That's not. We already got to a word. Let's do it. Let's start off with the Democrats singing. I have to do this. They decided to sing a song that I didn't think they were capable of singing yesterday. Because you know what yesterday was, right? January 6th. And there really was not a lot of coverage on mainstream media networks about it. You would think, the 5th anniversary of the greatest attack on our country since the Civil War. That's what they called it. That's not, by the way, that's not an exaggeration. That's not an exaggeration over here, right? They actually called it the worst attack on our country since the Civil War. You had Kinzinger going on mainstream media. Like my dad was telling me yesterday, he called me yesterday because he was telling me about the Jets. It was a nice, vent session about the New York Jets. But he was like, I noticed on mainstream media, they weren't even Kinzinger was like on CNN. They didn't ask him about January 6th. That was like his thing, crying at him. But think of this. So it's the worst attack on our country since the Civil War. And it's the 5-year anniversary yesterday. And nobody says a word except the Democrats hold this like cringe candlelight vigil. Did you see this? Here's Chuck Schumer. Look at this. Tell me this is not a cult right now. Tell me this is not a cult. Folks, when I tell you that the J6 PSYOP is over, okay? Like, yeah, there are still people who are like, insurrection. And I'm like, okay. I treat those people the same way that I treat the Israel people. Mental illness, why pick on them, right? Like, we don't need to pick on mentally handicapped people. Same thing with, Tim Walz at this point. No, it's fine to mock. The power of mockery it's very powerful, as a matter of fact. Mockery, shaming. I think, what is it called? Misfit came up with an acronym for this. It's called the MISO strategy, MISO. Mock. Was it mock? What was the I? Damn, he's going to get mad at me now. He's going to be like, you can't believe you forgot the guy. It's mock, something, shame, ostracize, right? So, by all means, do all of that. By all means, do all of that. But here's what the Democrats did yesterday on January 6th. Look at this. Look at that. They had a candlelight vigil as if people care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. But look at this shameful display.
Let us remember the attack of January 6th is not over. It lives on in the threats to our election workers. It lives on through those who want to take away our right to vote, who want to legalize voter discrimination. We must never, never, never stop fighting for this beautiful democracy, which January 6th showed us is more fragile than we ever imagined.
Oh my gosh. January 6th, the incited insurrection. Melly Johnson and Kit Kat Mar, by the way. It was insult. Mock, insult, shame, ostracize. I love the MISO method. And then Eli in the chat making me laugh. Okay? Because he went Dumb and Dumber route with it. Mock. Yeah. King. Yeah. Bird. Yeah. Mocking. It's a great scene from that movie. So good. So good. So good. So good. I've been inclined. Bum, bum, bum. I better see bum, bum, bums in the chat, by the way. I know it's not going to be at the same time, but I better see bum, bum, bums in the chat. All right. Show me your bum, bums.
Bum, bum, bum.
That's funny. All right. Eli's laughing. There it is. All right. I regret to it because I just sang Sweet Caroline and Mockingbird.
Yeah, and I sang a rap song. I don't know what's called.
Brennan sang a rap song.
Something like your body go bum, bum.
There you go. Bum, bum, bum right there. There it is. Eli's got it. Look at that. By the way, let me tell you a quick story about that.
What?
So that used to, for those of you who don't know that, so the Sweet Caroline, when you bump, bump, the horn part of the song, that used to be an East Coast thing only. I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It originated
They
in
didn't
Boston.
do that in the Yornia, California?
No, that's the story. So
Yornia.
they did that. It started in Boston, from what I understand. Yornia.
I don't know where that
The Chronicles of Yornia. So we were at SeaWorld in San Diego, long time ago, family vacation.
Yep.
And there was before Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg and Rosie O'Donnell came out to do the whale things in the pool with the right. There was somebody playing music, kind of just, keeping the crowd warmed up for the whole thing, a little opening act. And he played Sweet Caroline. I had no idea this was an East Coast thing.
Oh, were you the only one that screamed?
I get up. He hits the part. I get up out of my seat, and he goes, Sweet Caroline. I get up out of my seat and go, bop, bop.
You only made it through 2 bumps.
Bum. And, it was like that scene from Finding Nemo. Shark bait. Ooh, bop, ba-doo.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, bump, bump, bump. And so the artist was like, oh, I hear someone doing the horn part. I'm sitting there going, why did nobody else do that? Yeah. Apparently, it was just an East Coast thing. Then we had the internet, spread it around. Now everybody does it. Everybody knows it. But it was just an East Coast thing. So I'm sitting here in California. Bum. Okay? Wild. Absolutely wild.
That's great.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of songs, okay, here it is yesterday. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. This is the Democrats singing God Bless America. I didn't know they knew the words to this song. You want to mute it, you can mute it. But I deeply regret to inform you the Democrats were singing again. First time in 2026.
Guide her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Yeah, Chuck and Hakeem almost kissed. That was cute.
I've seen nursing homes with more pizzazz than that. Oh my God.
Back in my day.
And my Grammy was in hospice.
I tell you what.
I've seen, they were more lively than this crowd.
Who was that? Kay Hamill said, I knew you would play this. Yeah, I have to. What do you expect? This is the show where Ahoo was like a month-long meme. That's it. I had to play it. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. That was fun. One more time.
Everybody, hoo-hoo-ya.
Ahoo-ya.
Hoo-hoo-ya.
All right, on to bigger and brighter things. Greenland. Are we taking Greenland? I think we should acquire it. I'd rather not take it via military conquest. But Marco Rubio, the next Duke of Greenland, tells lawmakers that the United States intends to buy it. President Trump has made it well known that acquiring Greenland is a national security priority of the United States. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, future head coach of the Cleveland Browns, told lawmakers that the United States... Oh, by the way, speaking of sports, I'm very disappointed in the New York Islanders. They only scored 9 goals last night. I was really hoping they went double digits, okay? By the way, save some for tomorrow, please. Secretary of State Marco Rubio told lawmakers that the United States intends to pursue the purchase of Greenland, reinforcing President Donald Trump's position that control of the Arctic territory is a national security priority. Rubio's comments to Congress come as the administration continues to antagonize European allies on Greenland's strategic value while stopping short of committing to military action. The White House has said that all options remain available to the president, but stressed that the current focus is on a financial transaction, according to an exclusive from the Wall Street Journal. Take it for what it's worth. President Trump has made it well known that acquiring Greenland is a security priority of the United States. While the White House said in a statement Tuesday, the president and his team are discussing a range of options to pursue this very important foreign policy goal. And of course, utilizing the United States military is always an option at the commander-in-chief's disposal. The comments echo statements that Rubio made earlier this year in a January 2025 interview with Megyn Kelly. Rubio dismissed suggestions that Trump's interest in Greenland was unserious. So what do you think? Who's taking are we taking an LFA trip to Greenland and we have a little sledding competition? I don't know. I could sled like nobody's ever seen.
You could probably hop on to Kevin, and he can.
I'm
be
not hopping
the
on to Kevin.
sled.
That's not happening.
You can just go.
I'm going to have to clip this and send this
right
to him.
on down.
No.
He'll
That's
leave a
not
good
happening.
groove.
I'm getting a freaking sled.
Anyone behind him, is clear. The way
I could sled like nobody, like it's nobody's business.
I've never been sledding before.
Sledding's fun.
I've never done it.
Yeah.
Being from Florida, there hasn't been that many.
There's no such thing as snow in Florida. That's right. But the United States wants Greenland, and I think it's. He's been trying to do this since his first term. I don't know how much money is going to go. I know there's going to be a lot of people. Probably Thomas Massey is going to be like, we should be spending money on other things. Shut up. You're going to be a former congressman soon. Aren't you taking money from like PACs who are supporting socialists too, by the way? Shut up, Thomas Massey. Okay? Well, we should be spending money on other things with your ramen noodle haircut. Okay. And while there are probably more important issues than Greenland, Greenland has a lot of resources that we could get. And we could make a statement in our hemisphere again, and it could be a very wealthy investment for the United States. Alaska was looked at one of those things when we got Alaska, and it was like, why would we buy that from Russia? And we bought it, and obviously now it's ours, and it wound up being a very good thing and a worthy investment. Greenland could potentially be the same thing. It's not a state. It's probably not even big enough to be a state, but it would be a U.S. territory protected by the United States military. And I think the people of Greenland want it. I mean, look, let's ask this question. Who would you rather be a de facto member of, the country? Greenland or America? Denmark or America? Okay? Come on. So hopefully we do buy Greenland. I think it would be fun.
Honk that hog.
We're at hog time already?
We're at hog time already.
All right, we got to get a penguin.
Mo time.
All right. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Good job,
We honked
Mo.
him. That's Mo.
Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Thank you for your attention to this Mo. There it is. All right, there it is. Where are we? All right. I want to play. I didn't play this yet because I guess she's no longer in Congress, right? Marjorie Taylor Greene officially resigned, I would imagine. She's out, right? This was like one of her last things that she did as a member of Congress. It was go on with Kristen Welker and bash Donald Trump. Watch.
Why do you disagree, Congresswoman?
Well, I served on the Homeland Security Committee for 3 years, and I am overwhelmingly in support of a strong border. I impeached Secretary Mayorkas. Those were my articles of impeachment that passed the House because fentanyl overdoses skyrocketed to 280% in my own district. And the majority of American fentanyl overdoses and deaths come from Mexico. Those are the Mexican cartels that are killing Americans. And so my pushback here is if this was really about narco-terrorists and about protecting Americans from cartels and drugs being brought into America, the Trump administration would be attacking the Mexican cartels. Now, I am not defending Maduro, and of course I'm happy for the people of Venezuela to be liberated, but Americans celebrated the liberation of the Iraqi people after Saddam Hussein. They celebrated the liberation of the Libyan people after Gaddafi, and this is the same Washington playbook that we are so sick and tired of, that doesn't serve the American people, but actually serves the big corporations, the banks, and the oil executives. And so my pushback here is on the Trump administration that campaigned on Make America Great Again, that we thought was putting America first. I want to see domestic policy be the priority that helps Americans afford life after 4 disastrous years of the Biden administration. I want to see domestic policies that prioritizes jobs and affordable housing for Americans after 4 disastrous years of the Biden administration.
Get off the screen. Just get off the screen. I am so tired of that woman. So tired of her. So we carry out one of the most comprehensive, coordinated military operations ever. We topple the Maduro regime. And we didn't do it because we felt like it. We were executing an arrest warrant and indictment. And you come on there. Well, I would like to see. Well, why don't you stay in Congress then, you dummy? What is it with these woke right representatives that... I'll give Massey credit. At least he's trying to stay. Marjorie, she cut and run. Gates, he cut and run. Who's next? Who's next? I'm happy she's out of Congress because she was utterly useless Except she did good work with January 6th, which I will never take away from her. She did good work with January 6th, and I will always be fair and say she did good work there. But that's essentially where it stopped. That's it. For some reason, she was worshipped. You know, and again, I looked at her as a +1 early in her career. She advanced various messaging, election fraud. She spoke boldly. But then, you know, the screwdriver stopped being able to drive screws. And so we get rid of that and we bring in a new tool. That's what politicians are. They're instruments. They're tools. Yeah, they're people. I'm not saying that they're not people. But you have to treat them as if they are providing a service to you. And as soon as they stop providing you that service, it's time to find somebody else who can provide that service better. That's it. All right, quick break. Let's get to word from our friends over at goldencrestmetals.com/LFA, goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. And then, what the hell is going on in Iran? This is pretty interesting. These protests are growing. So I want to give you a quick look at what's going on over in Iran. But first, a message from goldencrestmetals.com/LFA.
Hey everybody, Jeremy Harrell here. Look, I want to talk to you a little bit about gold and silver. When I was a kid, I always wondered what Fort Knox must look like. And when I was a kid, I always envisioned that when you would walk into Fort Knox, you would see just gold everywhere, literally raining gold, kind of like what you see behind me right now. Unfortunately, as a grown-up, I don't have that kind of imagination anymore, and I don't even have that much trust that Fort Knox has the 5,000 tons of gold that we're supposed to have there. Meaning that decades ago, we went off the gold standard in this country, which took the value of our dollar down to just mere pennies. And since our federal government doesn't want to go back to a gold standard currency, then it's time to us to take matters into our own hands. Have you ever thought about buying gold and silver? Have you ever thought about taking portions of your IRA or your 401k or your nest egg or your savings and putting it into gold and silver, either all or a portion of it? Have you ever wanted to purchase silver like this in bullion or premium? I know I do. And I know I wanted to take matters back into my own hands, which is why I have worked with Golden Crest Metals to do that. GoldenCrestMetals.com/LFA is going to be your go-to, absolutely transparent and trusted partner. Now, you can go to that website or you can call 888-308-4202. And what the good thing about this is they're going to guide you. They're going to talk to you. They're going to guide you. They're going to give you all the answers to your questions. And there's going to be no hidden fees. It's completely transparent. No hidden fees. No pressure, no surprise markups whatsoever. Clients get to see everything before they purchase. They've even agreed to lower the minimum investment to the LFA audience in order to make sure that everybody has access to this. Free IRA storage, free insured shipping, and a full range of precious metals from gold, silver, palladium, and platinum. And if it's easier for you to just maybe click a QR code, well, guess what? We've got that available for you too. Right here, ladies and gentlemen. Click this QR code on your screen and it'll take you right there. GoldenCrestMetals.com/LFA. Again, GoldenCrestMetals.com/LFA, or call 888-308-4202 today to reach these guys. They're going to be a great partner for you, just as they have been for me, and we absolutely recommend here at LFA TV, GoldenCrestMetals.com/LFA.
That's right. It's goldencrestmetals.com/LFA, goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. Check it out. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Golden Crest, for being a part of the show. Next up, a word from our friends at Silent. Silent. Let's face it, your phone is a tracking device between government agencies, big tech, corporate data brokers, even cyber criminals. They're all fighting for a piece of your digital footprint, and they're not asking. They just go on and take it. That is why Silent exists. Silent makes Faraday gear that blocks all wireless signals, cellular signals, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, RFID, and near-field communication. No signal, it means no tracking, no remote access, and no breadcrumbs. This is the same technology that is trusted by special operations teams around the world, used to block signals, avoid surveillance, and secure communications wherever the mission leads. And right now, that is available to you to protect your family, protect your freedom, and secure your digital footprint. Just drop your phone in a Silent Faraday sleeve, and it is off the grid. Completely silent and invisible to the outside world. From their backpacks to their sleeves to their crossbody, Silent's patented technology gives you total control over your privacy. Visit slnt.com/Sean to get 15% off and free shipping on qualifying orders. That is slnt.com/Sean. Protect your rights, secure your data, and stay one step ahead. Silent.com. Silence! the chaos and go silent today. By the way, we have a belated birthday here. I have to check my records.
Oh.
So let me do a little bit of checking.
I mean.
Because I missed this on Monday. And then I said I was going to do this yesterday. And I missed it yesterday. Because this is what happens. Happy birthday to the great Jason King. Jason King.
Happy birthday to
He does a tremendous job. He's a wonderful person. And we missed it on Monday. I said I'll do it tomorrow. Then I forgot to do it. I said, what are we doing? What a horrible thing to do. So happy birthday, Jason. Happy belated birthday, Jason King. I appreciate you always being in there and, being such a solid supporter. Appreciate it.
He's
Happy
the
birthday.
Dookie of the chat today.
He's the Dookie of the chat today. The Dookie. The Duke. There it is. Happy birthday, Jason. There you go. Mark's Madness is already flipping them off. That's how they talk to each other, by the way. They flip each other off. A lot of people think they hate each other. There it is. Yep. Speak saying that. It's a whole thing. It's F you. But it's a term of
I'm in
endearment.
on it too. I do it to them too.
Everybody, look at there's Brennan's flipping them off now. Look at that. There it is. Okay, there you go. Perfect. Tomorrow's a Mississippi-wide holiday. It's Elvis's birthday. Did you know that Elvis is related to Abraham Lincoln?
And Jesus.
And Jesus and Mike Flynn and Trump and Kennedy.
Abraham Lincoln, did you say him already?
Yeah.
And they're always in a room with you.
Yeah. You're always in the presence of a Kennedy, according to the guy with the parrot on his shoulder.
So one of us.
Trump rally, is a Kennedy.
Is a Kennedy.
Right. Because you're always in the presence of a Kennedy. So
it's you.
It's you.
Not me.
You're the Kennedy.
It's not me.
You. Okay.
No, I'm the Russian spy.
Russia. All right, let's move on. The United States and Venezuela have reached some sort of an agreement here. Apparently, Venezuela is going to be transferring 30 to 50 million barrels of oil, clean, beautiful, sanctioned oil, to the United States. The United States is going to sell it for, I guess, at market price is what it says. Trump announced this on Truth Social yesterday. I'm pleased to announce that the interim authorities in Venezuela will be turning over between 30 and 50 million. You know what I'm going to do? Watch this. Watch. This is going to get Brennan very mad.
Oh, no.
I'm pleased to announce that the interim authorities in Venezuela will be turning over between 30 and 50 million barrels of high-quality sanctioned oil to the United States of America. This oil will be sold at its market price, and that money will be controlled by me as President of the United States of America to ensure it is used to benefit the people of Venezuela and the United States. I have asked Energy Secretary Chris Wright to execute this immediately. It will be taken by storage ships and brought directly to unloading docks in the United States. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Brennan hates when... And it is extremely annoying.
It's the most annoying thing. Like, who are you trying to impress?
There are these people, over the weekend, they're like virtue signaling, like I can speak with a Latino accent. Nothing else they say. It's not like even Kamala, where she did the whole sentence.
No.
Where she was like, is your family okay? Is your house okay?
We have captured Maduro,
they're like,
and we're bringing him from Venezuela to New York. And it's like, shut up.
The United States has executed a raid to capture Nicolas Maduro. And I was like, what? It's like, do you walk into an Italian restaurant and be like,
it too. Oh, it pisses me off.
Do you walk into an Italian restaurant and you're like, let me have a pizza with a pepperoni, mwah, della noche, baby. And it's like, what the
Some of them probably do.
Do you when you go to a bar and you order like a vodka, are you like, let me have a vodka from Mother Russia? Like, is this what you do?
They need to start doing with Asian language.
It would be great. I want a pork firelight. What are we doing? It drives me nuts.
Oh, it makes me so mad.
It drives me nuts. It drives her crazy. It drives me crazy.
It's my number one pet peeve.
And and so many people do this.
Yeah.
And if you are of Latino descent and you speak with an accent, this is not about you, because everything you say has a Latino accent.
Exactly.
There are people who are on Fox News, whiter than like fresh snow, who clearly are not Hispanic. And they're like, the operation to capture Maduro. And I'm like, shut up. Stop doing that. There's no reason to do, because you're not saying anything else.
No.
And there are also like Celia Flores is Maduro's wife. They didn't say her name with an accent.
No, they pick and choose.
It's just Maduro. They're just picking and choosing. It's the same thing that some of these people on Instagram. They're like, I'm making spaghetti and pasta with the mozzarella. But you said pasta. That's an Italian word. You didn't do a pasta. You didn't. So I hate it.
It's
so it is
annoying. Grinds my gears.
It's like, could you imagine if you go to Taco Bell and you order, you're like, yeah, let me have a Crunchwrap Supreme, a quesadilla, and then a couple of tacos. Shut the front door, people. My goodness. Anyway, that's just a little of an aside. Yeah. Well, Katie Lawson says, I do this with Capicola, which is the gabagool. It's gabagool. Yeah, well, that's the best. And it's just funny. 30 to 50 million barrels of high quality sanctioned oil to the United States of America. So it looks like they're going to sell it, and then we're gonna use the money. I would imagine if reading this correctly, what the United States is going to do is they're going to use the money, I guess, and reinvest it in the oil operation in Venezuela. Okay, so. I would say that's probably what's going to happen there. And I'm cool with that. You're getting 30 to 50 million barrels of oil. We're going to take the money and then we're going to use it as we see fit. How cool would it be if Donald Trump takes the oil, sells the oil, and then uses the money to buy Greenland? That might be the play here. You want to talk about 5D chess? Okay, there it is. No, I don't think that's what he's doing. But anyway. All right. The Schumer shutdown. My way or the highway. Okay. Chuck Schumer says he's not ruling out another shutdown and says that the only healthcare fix is the Democrat plan. You're not the majority party, my dude. Okay? You're not. You don't get to do that. Now, he gets to do that. Because John Thune, the majority leader in the Senate, is a pushover. So Schumer does get to do that. You can't do this without us. Well, you can, and we can. If we eliminate the filibuster, we can do this without Chuck Schumer. I have been for years like, do not do it, don't eliminate it, don't eliminate it. The Democrats are going to do it next time they have power anyway. Okay? So we might as well do it on our terms and see what we can get before they go ahead and do it and start ruining things. Chuck Schumer says the only healthcare fix is the Democrat plan. The only one. So that's it. There's not even any negotiation going on. The only way is my way. Okay, Chuck. Okay. He was on with Jake Tapper, who got abused. He got bent over and spanked by Stephen Miller the other day. Stephen Miller. Bah, bah, bah. Bad Jake Tapper. Bad baby. He was abused, absolutely abused by Stephen Miller. So that'll be the last time Miller's on there, maybe forever. Tapper said Democrats shut the government down for 43 days last year in an effort to extend COVID-era health insurance subsidies. Those have now obviously expired. Millions of Americans are going to see their insurance costs rise this month. Do Democrats have a plan to address that? One, a plan that can actually pass Congress, get Republican support, and are you willing to rule out another shutdown? Schumer said, look, the best way to get this done for the House on Thursday is to pass the 3-year extension that Representative Hakeem Jeffries Dallas put together in a discharge petition. And then I don't want to know what Hakeem Jeffries is discharging, by the way. Okay? And then to have Senator John Thune put it on the floor, and then it will pass. That's the only way to get this done. We're not going to get health care done if the Republicans stay in shambles. They don't have their own plan. They're divided on every type of issue, whether to privatize it. Thune and Representative Mike Johnson, the two leaders, said they wouldn't even extend health care benefits by a day, let alone a month, a year, 3 months, 3 years. So until the Republicans get their act together, we're not going to get anything done on health care. All right. Okay. Let's address something here. Healthcare premiums are going up, with through the Affordable Care Act. Okay, if you get your health care through healthcare.gov and the exchange, your premiums are going up. Okay, so they're going up to a level that is deemed not affordable, right? Yes, that's why Chuck Schumer, the Democrats, and so many people are up in arms about that. Americans aren't going to be able to afford health care. Okay. Bernie, our system is broken. Where is that clip? Do I have that clip of Bernie Sanders with the broken system? Let me see if I can find it. Because the healthcare system being broken, that is not Republicans' fault at all. That's not Republicans' fault at all. Right? Or am I wrong on that? No. The healthcare system being broken is the Democrats' fault. The Affordable Care Act was supposed to make health care affordable, right? And what are we seeing? We're seeing the original framework of the Affordable Care Act, the original subsidies of the Affordable Care Act. That system that the Democrats passed by themselves is what we're reverting back to, and you're telling me it's not affordable. Well, why isn't it affordable? By the way, I think I found the Bernie clip, so we're going to give this a run. I think I found the Bernie clip where he's like, our system is broken. This is unacceptable. Watch.
And that the way the process has been developed,
now it
is impossible to delay the votes that are going to take place. And if that were not the case, that is certainly what I would do, because I think it is important that the American people fully understand what is being voted on today. Everybody in America knows that our current healthcare system is broken. It is dysfunctional. It is cruel. It is by far the most expensive healthcare system in the world.
It is the biggest. And whose system is it, Bernie? Our system is broken. Our system is cruel. Our system is the most expensive system in the world. Whose system is it? Bernard, whose system is it? Hello? Maybe you will understand me if I talk to you like this. Who passed the Unaffordable Care Act? Who passed it? Tumbleweeds going. Nobody wants to. Who passed it? All right.
Who, the Democrats?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I'm being.
I know, but I needed to know.
Facetious.
I was waiting for the
Yeah,
answer because
yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Democrats passed it by themselves. That's why it's called Obamacare. Bernie, what are you doing? So we have the most, he said it, it's broken. It's cruel. It's the most expensive system in the world. And it is in place because the Democrats forced it on the American people. Even Nancy Pelosi, you have to pass the bill to find out what's in it. No. But yes, that's the way it wound up being. So, if the system is broken and the system is cruel and the system is the most expensive system in the world, why the hell would we trust you to handle fixing a system that you broke in the first place? But another shutdown is coming. It's coming. We are 23 days away. 23 days away from the next shutdown. And if John Thune can't find the cojones to nuke the filibuster and do this without Democrats, we're screwed. Because you know they're going to cave. You know they're going to cave. So is there enough support in the Republican caucus in the Senate to kill the filibuster? I hope so. Because the Democrats are proving time and again that they have no interest in governing. They only have interest in obstructing right now. That's how they do the best. Remember, in October of 2025, in their own party, according to polls and Harry Enton, Mr. Caffeine, right? Plus 22 approval rating in October of 2025 within their own party, the Democrats. After the shutdown was ended, their own party has a -6 approval rating among their own voters. So they do better when they obstruct. They do better when they shut down. They do better when they get in the way. So let's force them to do worse and make it impossible for them to get in the way. I think that sounds like a good plan. Don't cave. But I think John Thune, if I was to make a prediction, I think he's going to cave. All right, let's get to a word from our friends over at Armor Colostrum. Tryarmor.com/LFA TV. It's TRYARMRA.com/LFA TV. You guys know I'm always on the lookout for ways to strengthen my immunity, my gut health, enhance my fitness and metabolism, and enhance my skin and hair radiance. That is what Armor Colostrum can do for you. and more. Colostrum is the first nutrition that we all receive in life, contains all the essential nutrients that our bodies need in order to thrive. It can help reactivate your hair growth. It can help your skin glow. I have noticed my skin, I'm not going to say glowing.
No,
that's
you have a little glow.
That's a little fruity.
No.
Fruity Pebbles. But
Oh.
I will say that my skin has looked a lot better ever since taking colostrum. I've been taking colostrum for about a month. It fortifies your gut health and ignites your metabolism. That's 100% true. And it can help fuel your fitness, performance, and recovery. Check it out at tryarmor.com/LFATV. It's TRYARMRA.com/LFATV. TRYARMRA.com. That's Tango Romeo Yankee Alpha Romeo Mike Romeo Alpha.com/Lima Foxtrot Alpha Tango Victor. Tryarmor.com/LFATV. For a beautiful discount off of your first order. That's TRYARMRA.com/LFATV. All right. The best way, let me ask the chat a question.
Oh, okay.
We have an all-star, all of our chat are star pupils. By the way, are we in MAGA mode time yet?
Yes.
I saw somebody. I can't reach it.
Oh, Lord.
I'm too fat.
You keep putting it so far
No,
away.
because
Put it
he.
on the table next
No,
to
I
you.
can't because he's going to be in the frame all the time. That's illegal. Here we go.
Not illegal.
See, it's a big one. He's got a little squeak. That's it. But this is our big hedgehog. He's going to be we need a penguin for Greenland. All right. I keep saying that. It's like the fourth time I've said it. So you got Magamo. What is the best way? When do Republicans perform the best when it comes to elections? What factor determines whether Republicans overperform versus underperform in elections? Let me ask the chat that question. What factor? Oh, and by the way, I think today is the first day on Rumble that creators, live streamers, etc., can be tipped in Bitcoin. Rumble Wallet is launching today, which is amazing. What factor? There it is. Bang. Bad Moon. When Trump rallies. When Trump is on the ballot. When Trump is on the ballot. Turnout. Exactly. And what we know is who is at the top of the ticket. Dawn's got it. Trump. Okay? When Trump is on the ballot, that's when Republicans perform better. This has got to be part of the messaging going into this 2026 midterm cycle. Trump is warning that the Democrats will impeach him if the GOP loses the House in the midterms. We know that's good. We know that is what is going to happen. They're going to find they'll create another Alexander Vindman. There'll be a fake whistleblower somewhere. They don't even need that anymore. They'll just make something up. They'll impeach him over tariffs. They'll impeach him over Venezuela. They'll impeach him over deportations. They'll impeach him over Kilmore Abrego Garcia. They'll impeach him because he didn't say God bless you after somebody sneezed. They will impeach him over anything. That is what's going to happen. Listen to Trump yesterday saying that is what will happen. That is what will happen if the GOP loses the midterms. And Republican voters need to understand this. Donald Trump is on the ballot this year. And this is how.
You got to win the midterms, because if we don't win the midterms, it's just going to be, they'll find a reason to impeach me. I'll get impeached. We don't impeach them. You know why? Because they're meaner than we are. We should have impeached Joe Biden for 100 different things. They are mean and smart. But fortunately for you, they have horrible policy. They can be smart as can be, but when they want open borders, when they want, as I said, men and women's sports, when they want transgender for everyone, bring your kids in, we're going to change the sex of your child. Just send them our way. In some cases, like in Minnesota, they don't even tell the parents. Is that right? And nobody believes it when I say it. I think we have 6 states. Nobody, am I correct? Okay, Tom Emmer said yes, but it's true. Where the kid comes back, they keep the kid. They operate on the kid. They don't tell the parents. It's not believable. We have great, solid common sense policy. They have horrendous policy. What they do is they stick together. They never have a no vote. They impeached me. I never knew I was going to be impeached. I get a phone call. You just got impeached. I said, what does that mean? It took them 10 minutes. They impeached the president who did a damn good job. I rebuilt our military, Space Force. I got everything. I did a lot. They impeached me for nothing twice.
And it's going to happen again. Now, that's not what the entire message should be going into the midterms, because you got to focus on the accomplishments, the border, the economy. The economy was on fire yesterday. And it's going to be up and down and up and down. You know how it goes. It's never one direction. But that's got to be a part of the messaging. I want to hear Donald Trump say, and maybe he'll say it, maybe he won't, but I would like to hear him say, I'm on the ballot this year. I'm on the ballot. I'm on the ballot. Go vote. Vote for me. I'm on the ballot. We have to act like he's on the ballot, because he is. The final 2 years of Trump's second term, they are on the ballot in November of this year. Full stop. And that's how we have to treat it. Too big to rig. We know we are going up against a deck that is stacked against us. We acknowledge that. We also acknowledge that we can beat it because we've done it in the past. Too big to rig. Again, it was only 2 years ago that we did that. Let's do it again. I want to see all of that come back. I want to see too big to rig come back. I want to hear Trump talking about how he is on the ballot. I think it would go a long way in motivating some voters. All right, here's our LFA TV website. Check it out, folks. The LFA TV website, lfatv.us. Click on that LFA TV store. Pick up some of the really cool merch that's over on the LFA TV website. That Visit the Store tab. You can see everything that there is to offer here on the LFA TV website. So much cool stuff. Summer, closer than you think. So you can check out the beach towels, ball caps, and tank tops, because before you know, it's going to be as hot as it was that day at the Ark. And you're going to be wishing you had some really cool summer clothes. So LFATV.us, LFATV.us, LFATV.us. Jeremy Harrell coming up next right here on LFA TV with Live from America from 11 to 1 until then, as our president would say, we will never give up, we will never give in, and we will never ever surrender. And if all else fails, we will just become ungovernable. Thank you. God bless you. God bless this one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am off to join Michael Patrick Leahy on the Michael Patrick Leahy Show from 11 to 12 Central Time. Should be a good time, as always, as we do that for the Tennessee Bonus Hour with our good friend Michael Patrick Leahy. Until tomorrow, as John Fetterman says, good night, everybody. Bang gavel. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, rumble.com/LFATV. Remember to jump into, on the audio side, or any audio podcasting platform, search Ungoverned, hit subscribe. That's all you got to do. Helps us fly up the charts. Helps bring eyeballs to what we're doing. So we'd appreciate that. Have a great rest of your day, and thank you for your attention to this matter. Jeremy Harrell is up next.